welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to record a quick video about this really amazing haul I have in front of me, because almost everything on this tray is going to be sold tonight at my Whatnot show. I do Whatnot shows weekly where I offer incredible antique jewelry and where I teach some things to the people that attend them. We have a lot of fun, and so I just wanted to hop on here and quickly show you what I have. I think that when people see this assortment, this large of an assortment of jewelry, they assume that you just go to one place and maybe an antique shop and just do like a buyout or something. But the majority of time to collect this many incredible pieces takes a really long time. For example, everything on this tray has taken me about a few months to collect. This was a combination of a few estate buyouts, flea market finds, overseas buys, and maybe some auction buys and things like that. So to have this kind of variety, you really have to build a lot of relationships over time, and really hold them close and dear. I personally have a few relationships in Europe, and I get a lot of my jewelry from there. And then also here, I know a lot of dealers, I know some auction houses, some liquidators, and even I'll go as far as saying some pawn shops. So, like the success of everything depends on relationships always. And this is what I tell everyone that, asks me. So I just wanted to show you a few of the pieces that I have today and that will be available, and just show you the huge variety, and hopefully get you interested in this stuff. So some of my favorite things to look for and find are antique silver watch chains. And of course they do come in many different metals. Gold, they come in gilded metals like just brass, gold filled, right? But they are just incredible creations because they are so intricate. The details on these pieces surpass anything that's modern out there today. As you can see, they are comprised of many different things like sliders, T-bars, little dangle, pieces, and then these dog clasps. And why people love them is because they're so versatile. You can connect them together, make them into chains, attach lockets to them, and they just look incredible. So for example, if I were to, they do come, a lot of them are between 7 and 10 inches. Some of them are longer, but a lot of them are shorter. So you wouldn't be really able to fit it around your neck. But for example, these two I can connect together like this with the dog clasp. And then I can maybe connect them around my neck with this T-bar here. And it sits on my neck perfectly. It's beautiful. And then on top of that, you can then start connecting lockets on them, charms, whatever you want. I will get into the mechanics of these later, but obviously they come from different countries. For example, watch chains from the UK and from France are so different when you look at the construction. When you look at the ones made here in the USA, they have different construction. So it's very, very interesting. I love to collect the silver ones because it is a precious metal. They will only accumulate value in the future. And so this is what I personally love to sell and to collect myself. They're definitely not expensive as the gold ones, but that is what's so amazing about them. Somebody can own a really amazing antique piece and still have money in their pockets. So these are just incredible. I love them. So another favorite item of mine to source, collect, and sell are antique and vintage lockets. For example, these two are older. These are from the Victorian era. You can see how amazing they are. You can see how incredible the designs are, how incredible the engraving is. A lot of this was done by hand back then. And so these are the most revered. Um, so there's large ones you can put, photos of your family or loved one or even a doggy or a kitty in there and carry them around wherever you go. And obviously, if you don't want the larger ones, there's always smaller ones as well. And I love the variety. For example, there's oval ones, and then you have these other shapes, sometimes you will find engraved ones. My clients love the hearts. Hearts are so popular with every one of my clients. They're just, it's a symbol of love. One thing I love to do with lockets is this. So you can, find a regular chain. This is a vintage silver chain. It's a T-bar chain. And I just took some spring ring clasps and added them on to create this amazing charm necklace, like a locket charm necklace. And of course, I could have done a better job. I just wanted to kind of show you how it would look like. So with this, you can put, each one can be a space for each member of your family, for example. A daughter, a mom, a husband, you can put your favorite pets or animals in there. So the possibilities with these are endless. And I just love the way this looks because it now becomes more of a statement piece than, just a single locket. So this is why I'm obsessed with lockets. I know other people are as well. And it's an item that does well for me and that, I have not seen one person that is not interested, especially when it comes to like me and my lives and everything like that. So very amazing category of antique and vintage silver to purchase and to offer. So another incredible category of antique jewelry are watch fobs. And so these were used with watch chains, and they are all so different. Sometimes they were engraved, with the owner's initials. Sometimes they have symbolism that has to do something with the owner. For example, this one has a beautiful lion in it. This one is gorgeous. It's just has the most incredible, variation of, engraving and metalsmithing on this one. And then it also has a bloodstone on the bottom. These are silver, and I have some here in gold. And they are always just so incredible. Like the metals look so incredible as charms. And so if you hang them up like this on a ring or on a necklace, they automatically look so lavish and so just decadent, Here are the few, here's an example of some watch chains I was talking about earlier, and where I have connected this incredible big fob here with a boy riding on a bear. This is one of the most beautiful pieces I've ever seen. And then it also has a glass on the bottom there. I actually need to test that still, but anyways, but you can see, look at how with the slider details on the chains and with the tassel, it just looks so beautiful as a necklace. So this is another favorite category that I love and that a lot of people do, and like we're obsessed. The watch fobs are just make incredible charms. So another incredible category in antique jewelry and vintage are brooches. And this is one of the most underrated items. And people think they're old-fashioned and everything like that. But I'm pretty sure you guys have heard the phrase, the brooch is back. I love antique brooches especially. And silver is my thing. I love silver. It's just, like I said, it's a precious metal. It's affordable. And the antique pieces are incredible. For example, if you look at this Victorian piece, look at the amount of detail that is in it, the amount of engraving and thought behind the design. Then I also have this incredible little paste brooch, and this is Edwardian. It's set in silver with paste stones. I'm going to do a video on paste jewelry a little bit later, so watch out for that. There's a lot of debate on what it is. I've handled a lot of pieces like this before, and so I'm going to do another video on this. But for now, I just wanted to show you how beautiful and intricate they are. So the reason brooches are my favorite is because they are so versatile. You can obviously wear them on any, clothing, on a collar, on a shirt, on anything really. Hats, purses, shoes, gloves. You can attach them to any item on your body. I've had people wear them as berets in their hair. But my favorite thing to do is to use them on necklaces. So this is a brooch that I just simply attached to the necklace with the fob earlier, and then you can, use it as a lavalier to kind of close pins, to close the chains together. You can use it as a decorative element on them. You can attach it on the bottom and use it as a pendant. You can attach them using their construction, or you can get brooch converters and attach them that way. A little tip I have is that I like to put the pin ends on them that you use for stick pins so that they don't poke you when you're wearing them. But other than that, another item that I really love, and whenever I see them, I have to have them. I buy them all the time, and they're just incredible pieces of history and jewelry that they're so versatile that you can do anything with. So let me show you a little bit of a close-up of what I have on what else I have on my tray. And I hope to see you next time. I will be doing more educational videos. I think some of my next videos are going to be on antique paste jewelry because it is such a hot, it's become popular. People are debating it, and I just I'm going to share some facts on that with you. All right, guys, so here's the rest of my tray, and obviously you could see that there's such an incredible assortment of silver here. Here's another incredible locket that I wanted to show you. This has a stamp. It's probably from the Edwardian era. The way you can tell from British hallmarks is this is the lion passant mark. There is another probably a lion or cat there and a letter. The letter is always going to represent the year, so I would have to look this up to see exactly which period of time it came from. I will do more information on that later, and also I have an Instagram video on this that I will link down below so that you can go and see and be able to differentiate between the different eras of lockets just by the way they look. I always love coral pieces as well. Coral, as you might or might not know, was outlawed in the 1970s to use in, decorative purposes or to harvest coral because it became an endangered species. So antique coral is incredible, and this is why some of these items are so pricey, because it's not available any longer. These are both set in silver, my favorite. I love the organic look and feel that they have. They're just, great items to collect. You will always almost see pendants also. This is an incredible Edwardian pendant marked 835. 835 marks are usually European. I will go into all that later. But look at how the construction, with such a beautiful construction, right? With the bail and the smooth silver work on the back. These pieces are just to die for and so revered. And then the last thing I'm going to show you are these incredible, I've recently really got obsessed with modernist and brutalist items. I just love how sculptural they are. There are a lot of designers that are very collectible. And just look at how, it's like wearing a sculpture on your fingers, in my opinion. They're just so articulated and interesting and so futuristic. So as you can see, there's such a large assortment of different silver on my tray. I'll be talking more about the different categories of jewelry coming in my videos that are coming up. Watch out for those. I love these little charms as well. Some of them are articulate and open. Does this one open? Maybe. If you go through some of them, you'll see that the wheels spin, some of them open. I think I have a few in here that are loose. For example, look at this little hat. And then if you open it, sometimes it's tricky with nails to open them. But look, a little bunny pops out. So these are also extremely collectible. And then the ones that, open and close are especially collectible. And I love picking those up every time I see them. A lot of people do this with them. Put them on bracelets, chains, wear them as like little charms. So anyways, thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope to see you next time where I will be talking about paste jewelry, one of the most debated topics right now. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I'll see you soon.